Welcome to Dealing with the Issues. My name is Heather.
I'm Nykia.
And we want to welcome you back for our July edition of our Webisodes. Today we're going to be talking about racism. That is a very touchy issue. It's a controversial issue, but it's something nonetheless that needs to be spoken upon on several levels by several different people. I feel as though people should be able to come forward in how they feel as to whether or not racism still exists, or prejudice for that matter, in the United States. Being in Arizona, a Republican state, I don't know about you, Nykia, but I have had some feelings regarding just being African American, period. You know, in the United States, and especially in Arizona.
Yeah.
Though we don't want to say, since it is a touchy issue, one of the things is that it feels like we're almost stunted to grow.
Yes, because even back east, it seems like there are more job opportunities.
Right.
There's more room to grow. You're able to, for example, I was younger at a management position back east and came here and felt like I had to start all over again.
Absolutely.
Like I had to start from the bottom as if I barely had a high school diploma.
I agree with that.
So,
because that's the same struggle I had to deal with. As far as opportunities for promotion, it just seemed non-existent. I don't know why it's such a hot button issue. I don't know why people just won't stand up and say what it is. And you get a lot of flack for it. Nobody owes me anything. The one thing I do hate is the fact that I try really hard and that I work hard and I went to college and I have degrees and I have the experience, and I feel like I still can't get anywhere. I'm not asking anybody to give me 40 acres and a mule. I'm not asking for any reparations. I'm not asking for restitution. I'm not asking for special treatment for being black. I'm just asking to be accounted for the intelligence and the work that I put forward, to give me those opportunities that I feel I so justifiably earned.
you know, I heard something. I heard that Walmart will stop carrying the Confederate flag. That's what I heard today. That's what I heard on the streets.
The word on the street is which that should have been stopped, but you know,
it takes till 2015 for the Confederate flag to come off the market.
Where you can't even purchase it now, right? 2015.
You know what I'm saying? So that tells you that the struggle really is real. But we still have colored people. But if the elders heard us say that, you don't say colored people.
Right.
We still have black people who are walking blindly as well. They're being just as bigamous and mean and ignorant,
bigotry and prejudiceness. I mean,
towards their own individuals.
Oh, absolutely. I don't deny that racism exists within, in cultures individually.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely. Let's talk about that, right? The difference between what we so-called African American and the N-word. You know what I'm saying? It's it happens in our communities. That there's so much division between people, period. I just kind of felt like at a point it has to be put on Front Street. Pull the underwears off of the, the whole issue.
But another thing that we have to look at too is we have our children that have multicultures. And you see visibly they have multicultures, and they're stuck in the middle. You know, when it comes to racism, I don't think children see racism, but how do you eradicate racism amongst the races?
That's a good question. It's a good question. where and when you say eradicating amongst the races, meaning that, is it the same thing that I'm thinking when I think about the differences in the colors of our tones of skin, how they go from light to dark, and because of these issues, those light-skinned blacks might have more trouble from their own people than they may elsewhere, because that's an issue as well.
Yeah. That was hard for
Roots. When he said,
I didn't even say for roots, but for
when
me,
when I say roots, I say, remember when he says if you're black, brown, stick around. If you're light, you're right, and if you're black, stay back.
I tell you what, growing up with a mom who was a beautiful chocolate, I always got looks like, is that your mom? You know, and I never realized, you know, what that was until I got older, but it still happens. You know, there are situations that cause color to be a real issue.
I find it to be amazing that color is even an issue when we have a whole African continent full of various dark-skinned individuals, and people yet are still color struck.
Well, just like, okay, for example, now this is how we can take racism to the next level.
Okay.
So I was watching the Weather Channel. You know, I'm a weather junkie.
Mm-hmm.
There was a portion of Africa that they were built on agriculture.
Okay.
This was their thing, and it stopped raining. So in the southern part of this African country, where there was a drought, those people moved up north. The northern people didn't like these southern people, and there was a war that broke out because of global issues dealing with the weather.
Wow. I mean, wow. It's difficult just to even hear that these things still go on. To feel like just being born black, a woman, you already have strikes against you in this world. And I don't think that this is the country that we're fighting for, that these are the ideals that we're fighting for. We were supposed to be cultivating a nation that was supposed to be free of judgment, that allowed people from all countries and walks of life to come in for a better opportunity, to escape oppression from their countries, to find a safe haven, and to be able to apply themselves to live a dream that they have dreamt. We now face issues of hatred, self-hatred, hatred amongst each other, hatred across racial lines, and it is striving to continue, and people are actually fueling these fires to keep it going, when in all reality we should be looked at for our talents,
Our character.
for our personalities, our character, the things that we have to offer, the things that we bring to the table that make this country better. To take and duly note this, just because we have an African American president doesn't mean that we're not leagues away from not judging one another, from not letting that better person have the job, or be that champion on the swim team, or be the better actor or actress, or whatever it is, based on skin color. We still have issues with skin color in this nation, and it still divides us. There are cities and towns being destroyed and riots because of color. And not to say that being African American, we're the only ones with struggles. We're not. And just so that my people, my African American people know, and they understand that I am culturally a part of your group based upon my appearance. But please remember this, when it's all said and done, we are American. While everybody's running around trying to figure out where they're from in Africa, what their culture is, we're American. See this hair? American. Look at me. I'm American. There's nothing about me that says I come from anywhere other than America. When that Asian girl doesn't have an accent, what is she? American. When that Latina girl or guy doesn't have an accent, what are they? American. My black folks, stop looking for it and stop saying that you're cultureless, because you're not. Hip-hop is not your culture. That's just something we do. That's something we listen to. That's a part of our creative mind. But it's not your culture. Sorry. It's not. America is your culture. McDonald's, Taco Bell, Papa John's, going clubbing, the clothes you wear, everything identifies us as American. So when you look at that Latina girl or that guy and he doesn't have an accent, just like you, they're from America. And that's what makes us who we are, Americans. Stop trying to claim something else, minorities, and claim American. And before you can say and let it all go and say we're all American at the end of the day, the struggle is going to be just as real. Because the one thing that doesn't divide us is that we are all American.
Amen. United.
Man, God bless these United States of America, because that's what it's about. We are American, and we have to stop looking for the things that divide us and start pulling all of these great people from all over the place. It doesn't matter what you are, your skin tone, your ethnicity, it doesn't matter. What makes us great is bringing the best minds together and allowing those best minds to cultivate a civilization that surpasses all others by being able to join forces and work together.
Are you talking about the 1%?
I don't know about them, other than the fact they got all the money. That's another issue. We'll deal with that issue later, y'all. So, do you have anything you'd like to share? Huh, Nikki?
Racism. When it's, you can feel racism like you cutting through butter.
Definitely.
Like cold butter, like you gotta
That
slice
tension,
it.
you can
Yeah.
slice. Yeah, it's
nothing.
it's
in the world
controversial.
like it. And
Everybody, some people say it don't exist, some people say it still exists. I say it still exists. It still exists. That prejudice, even if you don't want to call it racism, people still have prejudices against people. You open your mouth and if you have an accent, somebody says, I don't understand what you're saying, instead of stopping and really listening to you and realizing that your accent is not that thick and giving you credit for coming to this country and trying to learn the language.
well, you can go to different parts of the U.S. and have an accent.
Oh, you know that's
You
right.
know, if I go back east, I'm country.
Yeah,
I'm
you
country
country
boy,
now.
I'm
Yeah,
a country girl.
you country.
Cause
Absolutely.
you know, I'll be like, where y'all going? What it is? What it do? What it be? How you doing? How your mama doing?
You
But,
definitely
you know,
country.
Right. But I won't be talking about slopping them hogs or digging them holes.
No, we ain't doing that.
No.
The Southwest, we don't do that.
I'll
Only
be talking
thing we
about Izzle, for sure, Sisala, all that,
For shizzle my nizzle?
all that mixed language.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
That's from the South, though.
We from the Southwest, though, so
Yeah.
since we from the Southwest, the only thing we know how to do is catch on fire. Because it's so hot outside.
Catching on fire. We carry water.
Jalapenos and sunshine. You know, that's what we got out here.
And sunshine. You ain't lying about that.
Okay. So, in closing, I just want to say, you know, identify yourself as Americans. We have one president who's the president of the United States of America. When our military goes to war, they go to war in the name of the United States of America. All of the people who are here with their green cards and their naturalizations, they're all American. And if we can't find anything else that we all have in common, it is the country that we're standing on, and that country is the United States of America. And be American and just love it. And I want to let you guys know to visit our website at www.dealingwiththeissues.com for anything that you may have missed. And there's a lot of things going on for the month of July, so come and see us and see what's happening, because we'll be doing some crafts for the 4th of July, Independence Day, and we also have some food cooking with Chef Ebony as well. Please join us for all of the 4th of July fantastic things to do and contribute to your home and your families. And don't forget, subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Google, follow us on Twitter, and like us on Facebook. Thanks so much for watching.
This has been a Dealing with the Issues production. Thank you so much for watching.